Hello, welcome back to some more Danganronpa SingleFile. Last time we went through the barracks and the mess hall. No, we just did the barracks, that's right. And we met up with Zadie and the other, sergeant character, so that was very interesting. But anywho, let's take a look, and we'll look at the Armory, which is the final one for now. So perhaps we're going to be ending the character introductions very soon. We shall see. Let's take a look. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the Armory. Including an armory in a killing game almost enters the realm of self-parody for a mastermind. It's like the game's master is encouraging open warfare rather than covert killing. It would be truly moronic of me to leave it unobserved. I ought to take a full inventory of what's there so we can be sure nothing goes missing. That kind of reminds me of the first case in the second game, where it's there's a whole list of materials or whatever. Of course, someone could have already taken something without my knowing, bloody hell. With a sense of urgency bordering on panic, I punched in the destination and waited for the Atara rail to zip me over to the Armory. I feel like I asked this before, but I wonder if Victor is British or something. I guess that would make sense. He keeps saying bloody hell and stuff like that. From the outside, the Armory is basically just a warehouse, albeit a securely locked one. The windows are thickly boarded, the front door has a heavy-duty lock similar to the one on my room. There's a hangar door on one side, but that too is tightly shuttered. It's also plastered with all kinds of signage warnings, others not to enter. Yeah, there's a little no entry hand down there. I see two figures just outside the front entrance. The pair are embroiled in some sort of loud argument. Oh, I've seen this character before, I feel, in the server. The first is a man with a shaggy appearance dressed in a long Eastern-style robe and tie-dye headband. The tacky medallion he's wearing sticks out among his otherwise humble wardrobe. It's like a no Monokuma little amulet. Turns out the other one's making more noise than he is. He's cool and calm under pressure. Maybe a little too calm. I think that smug smile of his might be goading the other one into further frustration. It's Mei Fangli. No, it's someone else, but come on. It's like evil Mei Fangli. The second is a muscular woman in a gaudy leotard outfit that leaves too little to the imagination. They are pants, but they're cut so low they fail to hide the hips. She looks like she's about to blow her top off over her disagreement with the hippie. So I guess she's like a wrestler or something. And from the size of her muscles, that could be fatal to the gentleman in question. I cannot believe it falls to me to intervene here. Dealing with people's emotions is high on my list of tasks I prefer to avoid entirely. Come on, Victor, you watch killing game footage every day. You're not going to run off with your tail between your legs over something like this. Alright, let's go top to the bottom, I suppose. The man blocking the Armory looks remarkably unafraid in the face of woman built to snap him in half like a twig. Hoping to rescue him, I approach and get between the two of them. Perhaps I can assist? What's the matter here?
Right.
Dude, I'd say there's a hell of a lot the matter here. I'm going to start with the obvious one. This uptight chick with uptight hair is majorly trying to harsh my mellow. It's definitely high or something. Harsh and mellow. Yeah, my chill's gonna take a nosedive if she's running around here with a machine gun, you dig? So you're the one stopping her from entering the Armory. Good work. I'm surprised you haven't been bulldozed, though. Me too, brother. Even if she gets past, though, it's pointless. Take a look-see at the door. You'll see a special lock on it bearing my own famous face. Know what that means? Actually, yes, I do. It means that the door to the Armory is closed to your own thumbprint.
Right.
Exacto mundo. Nobody's getting in place, which means nobody's getting any weapons. Except you, that is. I wonder why he's, a special one. Science man, I can see it's time for us to set the record straight on a few things. You're in the presence
of the ultimate peace broker. Nobody's dying on
Roger Dodger. Oh, Jesus. Peace broker, that's quite a lofty goal in a situation like this. Brothers, my innate ability to make people break bread together in a backwards place like this that makes me the ultimate peace broker. I feel like he's gonna, betray everyone very, very, severely. I feel like this is just the front. Peace broker, that's quite a lofty goal in a situation like this. Brother, it's my innate ability to make people break bread together in a backwards place like this that makes me the ultimate peace broker. If you don't believe me, just ask me how I got this medallion. Well. Jesus. Perhaps I shall. Okay. So tell me, what does it mean to be a peace broker specifically?
Right.
It's a heavy responsibility, you dig? The natural state of mankind is war. Love and peace come at a premium for us all. I wonder if he likes Vash the Stampede. I'm the guy who helps sides cool their heads and put down their guns when things heat up. You ain't the police then? No, I mean, you're thinking too small. My business is more global. We are all one people, and yet we are divided into nations. Nations are where I focus my peace-loving energies. I handle disputes between governments. Next time you ask God why we haven't all died in a nuclear war already, you can just say a little prayer to me instead. I'm not a man of faith myself, Mr. Dodger, but more importantly, nations? If you're so prolific that nations trust your counsel, why have I never heard of you before?
Right.
Yeah, brother, that's what I'm asking you. I'm pretty dang famous, actually. Poster child for the Future Foundation, practically. They're the ones who gave me this medallion for facilitating the first full survival killing game in history. I don't have the courage to say this out loud, but that medallion of his looks like a cheap stage prop, not an official trophy. That's not really important next to the bodacious claim he just made.
Impossible.
A killing game with no deaths? How is that possible? I get that question a lot, brother. It would be my pleasure to tell you all about it. Let's hold off on autographs till we get out of this new mess, though. I wonder if it's kind of like a technicality thing, where it's like, they didn't die, they all just killed themselves, or something like that, you know? I don't know, I feel like this guy has a dark secret that we're not supposed to know. So, certainly. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like we got another killing game somehow, don't it? Look, lucky for you all that I'm here. I've made it through a killing game with 0 deaths before, and once I make it 2 for 2, they give me a second medal, I figure.
Impossible.
Despite being a researcher in the field, I've never heard of a killing game with no deaths before. Please, tell me more. It's a shame I don't have a copy of my biography with me. It's like the most eloquent way to get my whole life story. But this time you'll just have to hear it from the award-winning horse's mouth. I was trapped inside a killing game that the mastermind referred to as the Devil's Bargain. Pretty sick stuff. But I managed to convince every one of my brothers and sisters inside the game to stand strong and resist giving into temptation. Together we found out the killer and put an end to his unrighteous ways.
Impossible.
You convinced them to stop?
Right.
In a manner of speaking, see, this killer wasn't human, they were like a robot. I stuck it to the machine man, we blew the popsicle stand without a single life lost. A robot. Sounds very similar to the prologue killing game at the start of this game. The robot, I assume, was decommissioned. A pretty long-winded way of saying we broke the thing down into scrap parts, but yeah, it's toast, my dude. Sorry if you were hoping to run some kind of twisted mad science experiment on it or something. It's in a better place now. Recycled into aluminum cans or something. Do you think that counts as a 0 death game, really? That was, in a way, a murder.
You're joking.
Yeah, dude, it counts. Machines aren't people. One robot died, a robot whose death ended the whole game, so like a robot mastermind. I don't lose a wink of sleep over it, brother. The dream is playing over in my head again. Why does this situation he's describing sound so similar? I can't ask him about it. I would only complicate things until I can figure out why I had that bizarre dream to begin with. Okay? As you can see, I'm trying to convince the extra spicy pork dumpling here. Oh, Jesus. Is that racist? I don't know. They were all better off if she ain't packing heat. I have a feeling if she hears you call her that, she's gonna forego the guns and use her bare hands. Nah, dude, love and understanding prevails, you'll see. By the time I'm done broking this piece, as I do, we're gonna be singing Kumbaya around the campfire. Maybe we'll become even better friends than that, you feel me? They say fear feeds into arousal, don't... Arousal? If you're insinuating what I think you're insinuating, then please, for all sakes, do not try it. A killing game is not the proper place to make those sorts of connections, Mr. Dodger. My dude, anyway, is a proper place to lay it down. It's an art just like peace-broking, basically parallel. Love is more powerful than hate, my man. It's the ultimate weapon. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that a man in a hippie headband believes in free love. You got me there. I hate to perpetuate stereotypes of any kind, but when the shoe fits, screw it. No, that definitely isn't how the expression normally goes. If I can ask you one more thing, do we have any assurance that you will leave the weapons in this armory alone? Look, you're a smart guy, aren't you? Then you can do the math yourself. If this killing game works like the average, then it doesn't benefit me to give anybody a gun. Likewise, if anyone was killed by any weapon out of the armory, I'd be the prime suspect, you dig? So me keeping this thing shut isn't just to protect the peace and good vibes. Oh, I see. It also makes certain that no one can pin a murder on you by claiming you are the only one with access to a weapon. Now, I mean, it hasn't been explained, but I don't know why does he get to be the lockmaster for this armory? I don't particularly get that part, but right on, I know you'd get it. Well, you're telling me this to make it so I won't suspect you if somebody's killed by one of your weapons. Anybody ever tell you you're a bit of a buzzkill? Whatever, dude, it ain't gonna matter anyways, because like I said, no one's killing anybody. I swear that on my medallion. Okay, that's all for now. I'll leave this to you, Mr. Dodger. Please try not to die. Come on, man, you're bringing me down. Nobody's gonna die. I said that like a couple of times.
Now
Wait,
see here.
in all of that talk about you, I failed to introduce myself. I can't help but dominate a conversation. So what's your name, brother?
I am the ultimate researcher.
I'm Victor Leeds. I'm the ultimate researcher specializing in the study of killing games. Right on, too bad for you. This one's gonna be a snoozer. I might just put you out of the job. Believe me, nothing would make me happier. Take care. Peace. Okay. I just realized Victor has a little sharp tooth. If you look closely. It's kind of cute. I want to trust what he said, but I've studied many killing games. In spite of his confidence, the numbers are against him. Furthermore, if I'm being honest with myself, this seems like the type of person who agitates others rather than pacifying them. How could such a person carry the title of the ultimate peace broker? It is basically solely on the merit of his killing game performance? Okay. Alright, let's take a look at Mei Feng Li over here. I'm sorry, I have to keep making that joke whenever I do. Alright, although my survival instinct is telling me to do otherwise, I approach a statuesque woman and clear my throat, hoping to diffuse the argument. Calm yourselves here too, let's not fight amongst each other, especially not in such a dangerous location. The only dangerous thing here is the man's unbelievable incompetence. He has denied me entrance into the armory. What is going on with your hair, Missy? I mean, I dig it, but her lipstick is like red and yellow as well, which is very interesting. I dig the character design. My wrong trigger discipline requires me to perform my firearm drills daily. If I don't, we are all in danger. Oh, is she an archer or something? Every moment I remain unarmed is another significant blow to our combat readiness. I like how, it's like the art style has a thick lines to it right here. It's got like a Street Fighter vibe kind of going on. I dig that sprite, that's cool. Pardon my saying so, but it seems as though cooler heads may have prevailed on this one. I don't believe any of us should be getting our hands on guns just now. Speak for yourself. The one thing that's certain, we all need protection, and no one's better suited to that task than me. It is my right to bear arms.
Very well.
Is that so? Let me ask then. You already understand that we're potentially in danger. Obviously, we came here under the pretenses of training, which I hoped would supplement my sophisticated wrong combat style.
It cannot be.
Is it wrong as in like long? Because I know I've studied a bit of Mandarin. I mean, unless this is a Cantonese thing, I don't know. But long means like dragon, so I wonder if is that what it means? I don't know. Or maybe it's something else that I don't know about. Again, I've only slightly dipped my toes into Mandarin Chinese. I don't like fully speak it or anything like that. So instead of undergoing training, we're being menaced by a new mastermind's plot. You must also understand that none of us, this man here nor anyone else, wants anyone handling a gun right now, right? The one who's misunderstanding is you, but I can't expect you to follow my wrong logic string. I read fingernails, that's interesting. Well, you're right, I don't follow. Perhaps you could explain to me why you ought to be carrying a weapon during a potential killing game. An introduction is in order, I see.
I may be the ultimate sharpshooter, but I can easily kill you without a firearm.
Sharpshooter? So is that like an archer, or is it like a rifle kind of thing? Like shooting down clay discs and stuff? Not entirely sure. We'll see. I'm guessing we're going to learn more about her in a second. Li Qing wrong. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I did not mean to press that. I don't know. How did that? I don't know how that popped up. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, we're back. I think I must have tapped the spacebar maybe? Is that what it is? No. I don't know. I don't know what I pressed. I certainly understand now why you want the gun.
Superb.
You follow the wrong logic string. Excellent. We may yet see eye to eye. Now let's grab this idiot and utilize the wrong handicap variant combat style to force him into opening the armory. But first, my comrade, I need your name as well. The whole combat style will fall apart without it. First off, I'm not committed to joining your 2-on-1 attack.
I am the ultimate researcher.
Secondly, my name is Victor Leeds. I'm the ultimate researcher specializing in the study of despair's killing games.
Superb.
Aha, you're here to gain first-hand experience in the field. Then, you're going to compete in a killing game to foster new knowledge. Such gumption is rare among you science types. I have to say that's very admirable. Miss Wrong, I didn't choose to be in a killing game. You dare to interrupt the wrong logic string. Okay, I seem to have touched a nerve. Navigating a conversation with this woman is like traversing a minefield. I should switch to another topic quickly. Okay, tell me, Miss Wrong, how did you come to be known as the ultimate sharpshooter? I can tell you that you're interested in the wrong combat style, and why shouldn't you be? I'll tell you every one of my 200 tenets. No, let's focus I can't say that word, specifically on your history. I understand, a rich history it is. I am the 10th child of the modern generation of wrongs. Okay, there's a joke to be made there, but anyways, we are all warriors who take up cause of justice within our generations. Of course, the current source of villainy in the world is none other than despair, therefore we fight against it, wherever it should arise. Our goals are sort of like yours, except instead of hiding like a coward to achieve them, we utilize the wrong combat style to fight in a more tangible, effective way. It's not a contest, Miss Wrong, but back on topic, you're saying that this training led you to train as the ultimate sharpshooter. Does that really work against the agents of despair? Not all combat takes place within the confines of these ridiculous games. The most effective action is proactive. I hunt them down and assassinate them before they can spring their traps. It's part of my wrong triangle of priorities. First off, weapons training to fight them in force. This is the wrong combat style. Secondly, training my body. My wrong body balance trains me into a specimen capable of any feat of endurance, capable of withstanding pain and fatigue. I kind of, looking at her sprite, I kind of do want to see her with her hair down, just to see how long or short her hair is, because I can't really tell with the way it's tied up. Finally, training of the mind. My unstoppable wrong logic strings are beyond reproach. Should I somehow find myself abducted despite my intense physical training, the keen edge of my mind will cut apart the class trials and the misery, before leveling its blade squirrely at the neck of my captor. I feel like the wrong triangle of priorities might be a bit wrong. She has the combat and body parts down, but as for the logic part, it leaves something to be desired. About the game, it seems we all share the same hunch that that what we're a part of here, there we go, I finally got it, is not a training exercise organized by the Future Foundation. The much is obvious. The Future Foundation would be absolute fools to dump us here with so little information. There could be murders on their watch. The Foolish Foundation. That was a terrible joke. And she is now embarrassed. Pardon, what was that? It was an attempt to raise my morale to think you would be so grossly unappreciative of my efforts. I can't believe that a person of your supposedly learned profession could fail to understand the nuance of this joke. I see it's gone straight over your head. Can't blame me for not showing a reaction. The joke was... No, hold on, I don't know what she'll do if I confront her on this. At best, I'll hurt her feelings. At worst, I'll invoke her wrath. It may be better if I play along instead. You mean, play along? That joke was just so thoroughly unexpected in this grim situation of ours. It caught me by surprise. Right, it just took us a moment to settle in. You had the inside of a cowardly laboratory worker. Impressive. I'm sensing interactions with Miss Wrong may be exhausting, but somewhat easier to navigate than one might think. Okay, about the situation here at the Armory. I need you to set aside your goal of getting inside the Armory. I know that you're trained fire expert, but in this situation, that's all the more reason no one's going to want you to carrying a gun. I can't read today. I'm so sorry. None of us know who we can trust yet. And I already told you, if it's your own life you're concerned for, then the only thing my being without a gun accomplishes is making your death slower. I've yet to meet a soul on this island who could not be torn limb from limb by my wrong combat style. However, there really is no need to worry. I'm having a hard time understanding why I shouldn't. It's simple. I only destroy those who are evil. Those who must be punished are those who I shoot. I feel like this is going to come into play in one of the trials at one point, because it's like, I don't know, could be like a dual murder or something. She witnesses someone getting murdered and then she goes in and kills the murderer or something. That's never happened in a Spike Chunsoft Danganronpa game. I feel like that could totally happen in a Fangan. I'm just saying. Right. I'm not some criminal or a paid assassin. I go after the festering cancers that are considered too big or too deep-rooted to be touched. This includes the masterminds of killing games. It is how I escaped my first killing game, after all. I shot the organizer. Jesus, okay, I see. The mastermind had taken the somewhat common method of blending into the pool of captives, allowing you to make your shot. On the contrary, they'd hidden very far away in a tower overlooking one of our games using binoculars to watch us. In this game, we'd each been supplied with a bow and arrow. We were supposed to hunt wild game monobeasts all about the island. It was no difficult task to extinguish his life using my wrong application of archery. You mean the right application of archery? I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop doing that. It's just too easy to make jokes. You've got to be kidding me. There's simply no way you killed a games organizer from the ground shooting up into a tower with a bow and arrow. It's no wonder the Future Foundation recognized you as the ultimate sharpshooter. Praiseworthy of my 200 wrong tenants. Can you tell me more about the game? No, it is a closely guarded secret of the Wrong Dynasty. I cannot turn over any more of that protected knowledge. You're the one bragging about it just a moment ago. Never mind that. I won't let any more secrets slip. This is ridiculous. She's ready to switch back on the killing glare of hers at a moment's notice. Although, her defensiveness of the subject is actually more telling than anything. It tells me there's something worth learning. She doesn't seem terribly well suited for guarding secrets. I'll get it out of her in the near future. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for the information, Miss Wrong. Let's work together from here on out, okay? So you please stow your wrong combat style for the time being, until it's time for, unleash it against the true evil. You risk everyone's life by denying me entry into the armory. Oh, it's actually the other gentleman who appears to be denying you entry. All the more reason to reduce him to a pile of broken bones. No, forget I said that. Please give me just a moment longer to diffuse the tension here. Nice. Cool. Let us head somewhere else. The two of you have to come to an agreement. I think we outnumber you 2 to 1, Miss Wrong. Both feel safest having the guns locked up for now. I understand you want to protect us, but the two of you do not understand what is best for you. Trust in my wrong logic string and yield. Maybe I'll be more willing to yield if you offered me something in return. Did this man just kiss into my ear? Please don't do that again. That is most certainly not helping, Mr. Dodger. How can I make these two settle down? Oh, Mr. Dodger because he dodges conflict. I see. Okay. Actually, I think I know just the thing. You're Miss Wrong, we do need your protection. But with your, what was it, wrong triangle of priorities? I'm sure you're perfectly capable of defending us with your body and training. There's no need for you to carry a gun. I have a valid point. It agrees with my own wrong logic string. This girl's so dumb, but I love her for it. I'll defend all of you without a gun for now.
Discipline.
And once this idiot and the rest of you come to your senses and begin to trust in my abilities and motivation, then shall I have my weapon. Yes, it's the perfect strategy. I'm glad you thought of it. You're right. You're kind of scary when you get like that. You're the type who gets off on manipulating women. Damn it, man, will you please just allow me to save you? Okay. After spending a few more futile minutes trying to talk either one of them into acting in a civil manner, I escaped to the monorail. I'm sure cooler heads will prevail. Certainly, assuredly. Okay. Those two seem like a pair of troublemakers. Going from my hermit life cell to peacemaking between two unruly adults have been a challenge. Mr. Dodger's the peace broker, isn't he? Why am I the one who's charged with keeping them from killing one another? Is that what you got from them? A couple of troublemakers? Yes, despite my complaining, neither of them seemed genuinely dangerous. I wouldn't be so sure. That ultimate peace broker is indeed a public figure, but I wouldn't put stock into what he says. It's all lies. There were rumors floating around that a tele-story was going to come out about his zero-kill killing game that would have put him in a bad light. Yeah, I guess with his social skills, he could start like a very bad cult or something, so I totally get it. Is that so? Damn, that must be another part of my memory that's missing. All I'm saying is, if you're playing this game seriously despite it being a mock-killing game, then don't take his so-called love of peace for granted. And don't assume that the muscle freak begging for a gun is your friend either. Very well, if I can adopt just a pinch of your cynicism, I ought to be well prepared for any betrayal. Does that mean Maya here might betray us? I mean, it's kind of hinting at it, I feel. Okay, so we got a new option down here. Review with Ms. Xavier. Okay. Let's, should we keep that for the next time? I guess if it's just a review, then we might keep it for next time, just because it might go over all the characters we were introduced to, which I just noticed something very interesting. It seems like there are no teenagers in this cast. At least I don't think so, although that little, that nerdy data girl did seem kind of teenagery. I'm not too sure what the ages are. But all I'm saying is there's definitely a lot of adults involved in this cast. I mean, there might be some kids here and there, but there definitely is some older characters, which is always interesting to see. Anywho, I'm going to end this one off here. Next time we'll review everything we learned about all these characters with Miss Xavier, and we'll see what happens next. I suppose there might be some friendship events that we get to choose, or it might just go straight into some more serious stuff. There might be a death. I have no idea. But either way, I'm enjoying this, and I'm super impressed by how much content of this game that already exists so far. And yeah, I will see you all next time with some more Danganronpa SingleFile. So I hope to see you all then. Bye bye.